Should we go to your place or...?
It's your place or no place, Jimbo.
Awesome. My name's not Jim. I mean, it can be.
In developing the script, so we took an approach which said basically if we're making a character film, we should make it as detailed as we possibly can. So I wrote a very long biog of the character, like a terrible diary or first-person novel, which isn't for anyone to read, but I'd send little bits of it or talk about bits of it with Emily. So we build up the character over quite a long period of time. And she's in every scene in the film. So we thought, well, if we make it as detailed as we can, and one of the things we thought about pretty early on, wasn't it? It was about how do we show an ordinary person, how does an ordinary person live?
Daphne, pleased to meet you.
What do I call you?
Adam's fine.
Sorry, you don't actually know anything about me, do you?
And are there people in your life who do?
What are you doing here?
A charming way to greet your mother.
And then say words, what a lovely surprise.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I don't do rehearsals, and there was no improvisation. So there was a script, and I spent the intervening period between making the short film, and even a little bit before making the short film, the prototype, and then shooting this version of it, working with Emily, talking about the character. So when they come to the set, all of the actors, when they come to the set, they know the characters. I try not to shoot too many takes. If I shoot too many takes, it's normally because I've done something wrong or I haven't got something. But I try to keep the takes to a very minimum, so the actors think, oh, this is fresh.
Hello again. Well, I kicked you out of the club a few nights ago.
Hey, you. Miss.
How bad was I?
Don't touch merchandise.
What was that?
You refer to yourself as merchandise.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. That's fantastic.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, it's not fantastic at all.
From the very beginning, what I liked about the character of Daphne was that, to me, she was very relatable and she was a real person. And at the same time, I was aware that normally the women roles in films have to have a certain likability, and so I knew that we would face the question over and over again, is she likable enough? And I think we did early on when we started talking with the first financiers. But I think, yeah, now that the film is out and the reviews are coming, that's always a topic, and part of it is just in the conversation and people like to have a debate about it. But part of it, I think it is that just because she's a woman, the filter through which journalists look at her is just so much harsher than the one that's used for male characters, and it is obviously a bit infuriating as a woman that we get treated with a different kind of lens, but then at least we're talking about it.
Yeah, at least we're talking about it. When's the last time you went to see a film and you said to yourself, is this man likeable? You know? What about this man's sex life? This man's promiscuous.
Does he have too much sex?
Does this man have too much sex?
When you were a kid, did you ever wish that you'd be in a car crash, but you'd survive and then you'd be like this tragic little figure and everyone would love you or something?
No, you weirdo.
Yeah.
I think if you work in a character film, then I think most of the work you don't see, it doesn't reach the screen. But the actor has to know. What I think is great about Emily is that she's a good actor, so you can see little flashes, little moments when she perceives things. They're not always written in the script, but we know the world and the scene pretty well, and we know the sort of thing she's going to respond to. So we'd set those up either in the writing or in the scene itself, but most of that stuff you don't see.
I don't want to lose you, and I know that would have been too hard on you.
It's okay, because we don't know everything.
Oh, Mum.
She's a character who's made a role, an image for herself, you know, and she's to survive, and she's hidden in it. And the whole film is effectively, what do you do when you realise you're living a life that doesn't fit you anymore? And for us, we think that was a sort of universal idea.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're not the person you used to be, but you're not quite sure about what to do next, you know?
And Emily, I think, was happy to have a role like that, because she also says that often that what you get as an actress is obviously girlfriend roles or the roles that are in reflection of the man in the story, and you never get
prostitutes, nice girls, mums.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make it a story with someone who wasn't defined by her role, assigned role, and her problems weren't solved by a man.
You don't believe in love?
So much of what's called love is really just people projecting their own ideas onto someone else. I don't want you to expect one thing about me and then get mad when I'm not that.
You do realise this is the first date?
Mm-hmm.